Thank you so much. We're really proud of hosting this with you all, and happy to see it happen again. This is the second year. Hopefully, we can keep on doing this to continue to raise awareness about past genocides and future or present ones. Hopefully, not future ones. I just wanted to talk briefly. There's a famous fax that was sent out on the eve of the Rwandan genocide. Asking for permission from the UN to seize ammunitions, a cache of machetes and small arms on the eve of the Rwandan genocide, where close to 1 million people were slaughtered to death in a matter of 100 days. And the author signed off with that fax with 3 phrases. If there's a will, there's a way, let's go. The author of that fax was the general of the UN peacekeeping mission, Canadian General Romeo Dallaire. And in those 3 phrases, this general had encapsulated the essence of what it takes to prevent genocides and stop them once they do start. And as she's been cited a few times, in her Pulitzer Prize-winning book, the author Samantha Power reminds the reader, after she interviewed over 300 American decision makers on what did they do and what did they not do to stop all the genocides of the 20th century, she concludes that it's in the realm of domestic politics that the fight to end genocide is won or lost. She shows all these genocides of the 20th century, from Armenia to the Holocaust, Cambodia, Bosnia, Kosovo, Rwanda, now in Darfur, that the excuses from our public officials of not knowing or not having the resources were just that, excuses. We knew about the Armenians being sent on death marches. We knew about the Jews being carted into concentration camps. We knew about the hate speech calling Rwandans, Tutsis and moderate Hutus, cockroaches. So why? Why do we continue to say never again, again and again, and continue to fail at preventing and stopping genocide? The answer is really simple. The answer is this: there is 0 political cost to inaction in the face of genocide. Not one member who will ever run for Congress or the presidency of the United States will ever lose a vote or a campaign dollar for doing nothing in the face of genocide, while victims and innocent civilians are being exterminated. Well, I'm proud to say here, obviously speaking to the choir, that we are here to change that. Today we're demanding our elected officials to use their positions of power to ensure that we recognize the genocides of the past and stop the ones of the present. We must continue to push for the passage of House and Senate Resolution 106, recognizing the Armenian genocide, as we continue to work towards funding for Darfur peacekeepers and the success of the UN peacekeeping mission in Darfur. Recent cooperation between the Turkish government and the government of Sudan highlights this cycle of genocide, as they pose real-world consequences for the people of Darfur by enabling the Khartoum regime to continue the atrocities. And increased cooperation between the 2 countries serves to highlight the connections between genocides of the past and those of the present. There are stark similarities between the rhetoric of both Turkey and Sudan as they continue to deny genocide by declaring that the atrocities are not allowed in their culture, that there are others to blame, or that the deaths of thousands are simply the consequences of war. As we all know, the reality is quite different. The continued denial of the Armenian genocide sends the wrong message to Sudan and those who would commit genocide in the future. And as we all know, the famous phrase of Hitler when he thought he could get away with the Holocaust, of who today speaks of the Armenian genocide. So by passing the Armenian Genocide Recognition Resolution and continuing to fight for an end to the Darfur genocide, we can make more than an empty promise, but a commitment we can keep. And I'm extremely excited to tell you that hopefully all of you, when you go home, can tell many people who are not as passionate or unable to make it here about one of the most exciting tools to prevent and stop genocide, one which almost every person, if not every person you know, has on them right now to stop genocide. And that is this: your cell phone. Thanks to one of my colleagues, Allison Neville, who helped work with you all to get us here. She brought 6 of us or 7 of us along. We've created the anti-genocide hotline called 1-800-GENOCIDE. When anyone dials the phone number 1-800-GENOCIDE, they're asked to enter their 5-digit zip code. Hopefully everyone knows that. Once they enter their zip code, they will have 4 options. 1, to talk to their governor. 2, representative. 3, their senators. Or 4, their White House. Whatever option they pick, it's not, you haven't heard the best part yet. Whatever option they pick, they will get the most up-to-date talking points on what each of those public officials needs to do to help stop genocide. And then we connect them for free to that specific office so that they, as their constituent, can tell them personally over the phone, where they can hear the voice of their constituent without reading an email. They can hear from them what they need to do to stop genocide. And the best part is that we can track the callers real time. So we can tell every public official how many of their constituents are calling them demanding an end to a genocide that both the Congress and the President of the United States have declared while the crisis is ongoing. So hopefully no one will have the excuse that they don't have the time or the money or the information of what it takes to help stop genocide. So in conclusion, as Dallaire famously said in his Facts, but with one important difference, that we should all remember and tell everyone on what it takes to stop genocide, this is the answer. If we build the political will, there is a way. Let's go. Thank you.